Hey everyone, and welcome back to Vintage Chic. From the dazzling streets of Paris, France, the fashion world has just delivered some serious style and some serious head scratchers. We're diving headfirst into the one and only Paris Fashion Week 2025. PFW is famous for being a little more dramatic, a little more couture-driven, and this year the designers did not disappoint. The fashion was bold, it was risky, and in some cases, it was downright controversial. I'm Clara, and today we're doing what we do best, dissecting the fashion. We're picking our most memorable looks from PFW 2025, offering our candid opinions on who absolutely nailed it and who perhaps should have gone back to the drawing board. Let's get into it. First up, a look that was an instant showstopper and a powerful start to our hits list. Leading the charge is Zendaya in a spectacular Louis Vuitton look that was pure futuristic glamour. The mini dress was a masterpiece of texture, featuring a complicated, naughty silver fabrication contrasted by plush fur cuffs and a collar. She accessorized with metallic pumps and her stunning engagement ring, which only amplified the whole aesthetic. This look didn't just attend the show, it demanded attention, perfectly balancing intricate construction with an ultra-modern, sexy silhouette. It felt like a perfectly styled piece of wearable art, a look that will be referenced for years to come as a quintessential PFW moment. This is how you conquer Paris. Next, a look that was a masterclass in unexpected elegance and powerful subtlety. The queen of the front row, Cate Blanchett, once again proved her mastery of tailoring in a pristine Louis Vuitton ensemble. Her look, a structured coat dress or sharp suit, was all about clean lines and impeccable fit. The strength of this outfit lay in its refined simplicity, using structure to create drama rather than volume or color. She consistently avoids momentary trends and instead focuses on timeless structure and fabric, ensuring she looks more expensive and commanding than anyone else. This was a clinic in quiet power dressing, a reminder that perfect tailoring will always win, elevating the seemingly simple to the utterly luxurious. Next, we have a star who chose grace over aggression. At the Saint Laurent show, Rosé delivered a lesson in subtle, ethereal chic. She chose a breezy pastel dress that was both understated and utterly beautiful. The fabric had incredible movement, creating an ethereal flow as she walked, giving the garment a soft, feminine energy that was distinctly different from the house's typical severe black aesthetic. Paired with minimalist jewelry, the look exuded effortless sophistication. It demonstrated that sometimes the most impactful look is the one that feels the most authentically gentle and light, proving that a gentle color palette can still make a huge impact at the most dramatic of fashion weeks. And now for a look that left many of us scratching our heads, and not in a good way. Our biggest head scratcher goes to Kylie Jenner at the Chanel show. She wore a white tweed co-ord set that felt incredibly safe, expected, and frankly, dated. While she's a brand ambassador, this look was nothing more than high-cost Blair Waldorf cosplay. It completely lacked the edge, innovation, or personal flair we expect from a Fashion Week attendee, especially one sitting front row at a major show. It felt like she was simply checking a box rather than making a statement, and that level of predictability just doesn't fly in Paris. When you're Kylie Jenner in Paris, a safe tweed suit is just a wasted opportunity. Sometimes even the most legendary people have a fashion moment that goes wrong. We love Venus Williams, but this Dior outfit suffered from severe proportional problems. Her cool jumpsuit was completely overwhelmed by an equally slouchy jacket, which swallowed her athletic frame and gave her a disproportionately truncated silhouette. The overall look felt heavy, unbalanced, and visually shortened her famously long legs. The styling didn't create the elegant long lines we're used to seeing from her. Instead, it dragged the eye downward and minimized her frame. It's a classic example of styling letting down the star. Now for a look that was genuinely fashion-forward and simply artistic. Tessa Thompson came to slay the avant-garde game at Maison Margiela. Her look was a brilliant theatrical masterpiece, incorporating deconstructed elements, unusual textures, and brilliant layering. This was a star who truly understood and embraced the theatrical brief of the house, delivering high-concept fashion that was as intriguing as it was visually arresting. She wasn't just wearing clothes, she was showcasing art and challenging the viewer, demonstrating that true fashion risk-takers are the ones who make the most memorable, talked-about statements of the week. This kind of thoughtful, powerful dressing sets a new bar for celebrity front row appearances. Before we unveil the rest of our picks, we have to talk about something significant that impacted this year's runways. PFW has always been the champion of high couture, but this year, it felt like a full-on embrace of a massive dichotomy. On one side, we saw designs that were practically performance art, pushing boundaries and challenging reality, focusing purely on concept and theatrics. On the other, we saw ultra-tailored, safe pieces clearly aimed at commerce and selling the brand identity to a mass luxury audience. It created a really interesting push and pull, a mix of the super commercial with the incredibly dramatic. The front row often reflected this clash, with some guests opting for safety while others went all out. So let's see how that played out as we go through our final looks. And speaking of the baffling, this next look aimed for artistic decay but perhaps went too far. Raffi Cassidy's look at Dior had a fine silhouette and charming skirt, but the top was covered in unnecessary patches and metal rivets that gave the outfit a cheap, pseudo-goth aesthetic. It felt like an unconvincing attempt to inject edge into a couture look, but instead it cheapened the overall vibe. The busy, conflicting embellishments were a big distraction from an otherwise fine piece, making a prestigious garment look more like a piece pulled from a 2005 Hot Topic wardrobe. If the top had been kept simple in a solid, unadorned black, the look would have been sleek and modern, but the extra hardware sunk the ship. Next, a look that perfectly exemplified a mismatched moment. Hailey Bieber tried to mash up gym wear and high fashion at the Saint Laurent show, but the results were confusing. Pairing a sporty quarter-zip top with delicate, lacy yellow shorts created a jarring contrast that didn't feel cool. It felt like two different outfits accidentally met. The unexpected fusion of athletic comfort and frilly bedroom attire lacked the intentional irony or styling conviction to make it a hit. When a simple shirt and shorts combo looks that expensive yet that discombobulated, you know the style brief was missed. Now for a hit that was pure perfection. For the men, Jackson Wang was a clear winner at the Louis Vuitton show. His tailored black set, a sleek jacket and trousers was the epitome of modern menswear. The fit was flawless, and the styling was sharp yet simple, elevated by subtle, thoughtful details and luxurious materials, including a unique embroidered pattern on the cardigan. He consistently brings a refined, effortless swagger to the front row. He demonstrated that you don't need wild prints or massive logos to be a standout. Sometimes the best fashion is a perfectly executed, minimalist power move that relies purely on impeccable cut and styling. Finally, we have a look that perfectly captured an enduring star's worst styling moment. We finish our countdown with Blackpink's Lisa at Louis Vuitton. While she's usually a style icon, this look tried to do too much. Her tweedy outfit mixed conflicting colors and patterns in a way that felt visually cluttered and overwhelming. The intricate material of the tweed clashed with the busy lines of the silhouette, robbing her of the sleek, effortless cool she typically radiates. It felt like the stylist threw everything Louis Vuitton at her hoping something would stick, and the result was simply too much to process. It was simply a case of too many design elements fighting for attention, resulting in a rare fashion stumble for the K-pop superstar. Well, my fashion-loving friends, that wraps up our whirlwind tour of the most memorable looks from PFW 2025. From the utterly bold to the simply baffling, it was a season worth discussing. Whether it was Zendaya's triumphant texture or Kylie's disappointing predictability, Paris proved it's still the place where fashion hits its highest highs and lowest lows. Which look do you think was the most iconic? Let me know all your thoughts down in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed this fashion deep dive, subscribe to Vintage Chic for more style analysis, and hit that notification bell so you never miss our next episode. Stay stylish, everyone, and I'll catch you next time.